tried this earlier, but a customer walked in and it was at the very beginning of the reading, so I had to erase it. I'm actually doing these live, but I'm setting them to private at first just because I'm at work. I unexpectedly had a coworker take another job, and so I'm going to be working here 6 days a week until mid-November. So I'm just working with what I've got. Luckily for me, I've got a relaxed job, and I live in a small town, so it's not like we're super busy all the time. So I already picked your cards, or at least for your basic six card layout. It's actually rather intense. I wasn't expecting it to be so clear, so intense. I'm using the, not to freak you out or anything, it's not that bad. It's just, it's not what I expected. For your basic layout, I used the Gaian Tarot. And for your clarifiers, which I haven't gotten to yet, I'm going to be using the Mexican Loteria bingo game cards, which I've been studying secretly. You guys are all my guinea pigs this month because I've been waiting to use these, and now is the time where I feel I'm clear enough on each one to actually do it. So, since I already picked your cards, I'm just going to show them to you, all 6. And then I'm going to do a quick summary general read for all of you. And then after that, I'm going to do a more in-depth reading with clarifiers. So here are your 6 cards. Hope you guys are well. I say that while I show you the tower. Okay, here are your 6 cards. You have the tower as your main experience for October. Your challenge is the Hanged Man. Both of your central cards are major arcanas. At the root of your being, you have the 6 of air. In the recent past of what you're coming away from, you have the Elder of Air, otherwise known as the King of Swords. Your best possible outcome here is the 8 of Air. And luckily for you, what's coming up for you in the future is the Ace of Earth. Very good. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a general, basic summarization for all of you, and then I'll get started with the in-depth reading. Here, let me angle the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. And I'll hold them up to you, too. Okay, one of the nice things about doing readings here at work is that I get to try on all of the store jewelry for you guys. This is an aquamarine, which actually they say is a gift from the mermaids. And then that's an opalite. I would never be able, at least not these days, I wouldn't be able to afford this jewelry. But it is fun to try it on. And 2 silver bracelets. Pretty cool. I mean, I'm enjoying the silver energy right now. Okay, so your central experience for October seems to be that something is finally shifting dramatically that has needed to shift for a while now. Perhaps this is something that you've been trying to hang on to, or something that you've been trying to make work, or something that you have been wondering how the heck to get out of this, but it seems like it's out of your hands now if it's not you that's causing the lightning. You may become suddenly aware of something that you weren't aware of before, or something dramatically shifts. Even though this is intense and sudden and possibly shocking, it is meant to happen. This is creating space for future things to be able to come in for you. Something about the old structure was no longer working anymore. This could be with so many things because it's a major arcana. It could have to do with relationships, with jobs, with a living situation, with all different. This could even be that your consciousness is shockingly changing at this time, where your outlook or how you see things is, or how you have seen things, is crashing. And a new consciousness is coming in as well. So that's just a basic gist. It's definitely unsteady and sudden, Your challenge with that is the Hanged Man. So it may be that for some of you, because things are dramatically changing very suddenly this month for you, you're having a hard time finding those alone moments to just be with yourself. This is your major arcana card, the Hanged Man. This is ruled by Pisces or Neptune. Your challenge is centering yourself possibly, or tuning in, or having alone time moments, or moments of rest or peace where you can go within and receive answers. For some of you, you just need to get away for a little bit and enjoy some kind of a peaceful atmosphere or environment so that you can become recentered again, back to your normal self. You may need a break or a rest. For some of you, I suppose this could be saying that because certain things are shifting dramatically, other things are being put on hold for now, or are suspended for now, that perhaps you want to go towards. This can be a lot of things, but we're going to go into the specifics in a little bit. So at your root, it seems as though you want to make peace somehow, or you need to regroup, reorganize, put yourself back together again so that you have inner peace, or have a semblance of sanity in how to proceed from here, or how to best relate to other people where everyone can come to a peaceful conclusion to some kind of a situation perhaps. Or this could be that you really are choosing to focus on inner peace. No matter what goes on outside of you, no matter how chaotic things may be in October, you are determined to find a semblance of inner peace or balance with yourself so that you can best work certain situations out or come up with solutions to some kind of conflict or issue or problem. Or simply you are very drawn to connecting with other peaceful people or other people that you enjoy the company of, so that helps you to calm down or regain a sense of peace. What you're coming away from, interesting. The Elder of Air. Perhaps you've been given some amazing advice by an elder or somebody whose wisdom you value. It may be that you have been bringing a voice of reason and logic and creativity into some kind of a situation where it's almost as if you are a voice of an elder to calm down people in a situation, or to possibly problem solve or come up with new ideas on how to proceed. This can also be a person, too, in your life that has been prominent recently. This could be a friend, a lover. This does not have to be physically an elder, but inside in their soul, they are an elder, or they are wise, or grounded, or just in tune. Hey, you. Okay. Your best possible outcome is to come up with a mutual decision or solution to an issue that's been possibly going on among people. This could be among coworkers, friends, family members. This could be a lot of things, but it does look as if your best possible outcome is that a solution is possible if people are willing to listen to each other and all have the intent of working things out in mind. And it could also be, this man in the picture is reminding me of the Elder of Air, where this is a wise person that is instructing these other people on the proper ways to proceed with a peace talk or a solution meeting. They're obviously having a meeting where they're working out certain differences, or they're coming up with solutions together to some kind of problem or conflict. But this person in particular is a teacher that is showing the other ones how to do this. So it may be that your best possible outcome is that you are this person showing other people how to do this, or you bring in somebody who shows these qualities, who can somehow manage to get these people to listen to each other. or to work together. And in the future, you have some kind of a new concrete beginning, or a new way, or a new strategy, or a new existence, or a new location, a new job, a new something that you are creating that looks like it will last for a long time, or has the potential to keep on growing and becoming something bigger than what it is now. So let's get into the clarifiers. So each of these little bingo card images has either one or several riddles in Espanol that come with them. Sometimes they make no sense with the image, sometimes they do. So if you're looking at, I'm not going to go too much in depth about the riddles, otherwise this reading would take forever. I might bring up some of them to you. But just so you know, if what I'm saying looks very different from the card itself, it's because of the riddle. So what is going on with the lightning or the tower here? What is crumbling or what is suddenly dramatically changing? Because this is more the in-depth details, these may or may not resonate. Some of the details may resonate, other ones may not. Just take what applies and leave the rest. Okay. What is this? Oh. Okay, tell me more. Okay. I may pick another one in just a moment, but I got something very specific with this. I'm assuming that this is really important for some of you or one of you to hear about. So, what is falling apart or dramatically changing? It's possibly to do with a relationship. You have the heart. I will tell you the riddle that has to do with this, which is, don't worry, my love, I will return to you in a truck. So it may be that for some of you, you have been expecting to see someone again. Maybe you have very strong feelings because with this you have the moon, which the riddle to go with that is the lantern of lovers. So both of these have to do with love. But the heart specifically has to do with loving someone who is going away and then says that they are coming back, or expecting them to come back or to return. But because the tower is with these two, I'm wondering if perhaps for some of you or one of you, you've been expecting someone to come back or to return to someone if you're the one who's been away. But it looks as if perhaps that falls apart and they do not come back, or you're not able to reach them, or something happens here that brings heartbreak, possibly. I'm so sorry. That's such a rough thing to start your reading off with. There is very strong emotions there, though, because La Luna is in here. So let me see if I can pull some kind of a remedy card for you, or something to help with that. You have the Empress, the gardener. So perhaps your remedy for some of you is that things may not be as bad as you think for some of you. For some of you, you may be able to focus instead, use that emotion, use that heartbreak or that connection to create something, whether it's poetry, painting, dancing, gardening, creating something from your heart to channel your deep emotions and your love, and also possibly your loss, into something creative to keep yourself busy with what you love to do. For others of you, this person may eventually realize that they are, or it may be out of people's hands in this sudden change. It may be out of your hands or out of their hands. But if that's the case, then those ones will be coming back eventually, if that makes any sense at all. It could be that for some of you, you've been wanting to start a family, but perhaps you thought you were pregnant, but it turns out you're not. Or you want a pregnancy, but it's not happening as quick as you would like. Or, I mean, I hate to say these things out loud, but it could possibly be a miscarriage too for somebody. But whatever it is that you're going through, it hits really deep for you. But there is a way to channel this into hope for the future or some other creative process you can put your energy into. For some of you, you may be shocked at finding out that you are pregnant or that this is something. Maybe something is actually grander or deeper than you thought, and this is almost shocking for you. Okay, so let's go into the Hanged Man. Why is the Hanged Man our obstacle this month? Okay. It may even be that just in general you're feeling out of sorts because this is your card after all, or you're needing to recenter yourself, or something is possibly put on hold, or things are not put on hold enough where you're not getting enough time to really process anything or feel your way through it, or to receive inspiration about this, or your higher self's guidance. With it, you got El Katrin, which means the dandy. There's so many different ways I can interpret this. For some of you, this may be a person that you perhaps were in love with or are in love with. This could also be something that you want to do. This is about being footloose and fancy free, or being free to be different, or being free to be to enjoy life to its fullest. This right now is striking me as someone who is very charming, someone who perhaps doesn't take things very seriously or prefers to keep things light. This can also be someone who has great social manners, or is, again, very charming, or very social, perhaps, goes to parties a lot, or just likes to enjoy life, likes to enjoy the good things in life. With it, you have the Bell, and this is actually concerning me. I normally don't do readings like this, but it is coming out in here. There's two riddles that come with this. One is the bell and you underneath it, which almost implies doom, or like the bell might fall on you or something. Another one is more specific, and it says you underneath the bell and me with your sister. And so could it be that for someone, or some of you, you feel betrayed, where you were busy believing in this relationship or this experience, And meanwhile, you are being tricked or deceived about something, and it's obvious that whoever this person is didn't necessarily care about your feelings. That could be one way of putting it. If this has nothing to do with relationships or a romance, which I am getting for a lot of you it is, or for someone in particular, it's very important for me to say these things. But if it's not about a relationship, it could be that you've been wanting to do your own thing, or you've been wanting to be yourself and just have a carefree time or enjoy your life or play finally. But there's something hanging over your head that you're trying to deal with, which could be connected to this tower. Maybe you're called away from your normal dreamy state to deal with some kind of a state of emergency or some kind of alarming situation that calls you away from being able to tune in because there's just things are happening too quickly or things need to be addressed now. You may feel an unsettling sense of that something could be doomed or that something bad could happen, but I don't want to freak you out, and I certainly don't want you to be paranoid. So if this resonates, you're going to know it. If it doesn't, don't try to make it fit. With the bell, because I wanted to pull a remedy or something that you could use to help yourself with this challenge. It seems like an intense challenge. You have El Nepal, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the cactus, which is about how nature provides everything that you need. And again, this is kind of reminding me of the Empress here, which was your remedy for the tower, which is focus on nature, focus on your natural self and on what brings you joy and what you can put your creative energy into and what you can utilize from working with what's around you. There is sweetness that you can get out of this situation, or to return to this state again. You do need to focus on the resources, the people that feed you, that nurture you, that you feel like are always have your back or they're always there for you. Focus on that. It seems as though if you do have this sense of doom, all is not doomed, and you will have what you need, or you will have sweetness. So with the Six of Air, this does not necessarily have to be a relationship thing. This could be going on at work, it could be going on at home with family, it could be going on among friends, whatever the situation is. It definitely seems like something sudden has happened. Let's see. Tell me more about the Six of Air at their root. Tell me more about the Six of Air. Nice. Yeah. This is pretty simple. At your core, you want harmony. You want resolution of conflict. You want to feel as though you are surrounded by people that you feel, what's the word? Centered by simply just being around them. By being around these people, you become more in tune with yourself. It's very important for you at your root at this time to spend time with people who see things or understand things the way that you do or feel like a similar vibration to you. And this is specific. Notice that there's water behind them. It looks like a lake or a pond of some kind. They're saluting the sun, by the way. That's what these guys are doing. So with it, you have the jug, which speaks of going to the water often. So it's very important for you to be in touch with your emotions, not that you're not, and also to surround yourself with emotional sensitive people who understand emotions and are able to speak about them. This is also saying you may want to go to the water. You may want to take a saltwater bath or go to the ocean, go to a lake, go to a pond, go to a hot springs, go to where the water is. It might have something to do with water too, with drinking water, to make sure that you're drinking good water. But to realize that the emotional comfort that you need at your core is most definitely there for you, especially in the form of kindred spirits and also nature spirits, as in mermaids, water spirits. Okay, with it, you have the bonnet, which is about nurturing, needing to nurture yourself, needing to surround yourself with a core group of friends that are very nurturing of you, where you feel safe and cared for by other people. And also, you want to show your caring to other people as well. So that's at your root. Now let's look at this Elder of Air in your past. Oh, perfect. Wow. One more. Interesting. Okay. For some of you, you may have been developing your talents with music, because look, you have the mandolin and the Elder of Air is playing his flute. Could be some of you have been taking voice lessons or practicing music more, learning more about your particular instrument. For others of you, this may have to do with frequency, where you're surrounding yourself with positive frequencies, positive music, listening to beautiful music, and that helps you to receive inspiration or to find peace. This one in particular has to do with enjoyment, enjoying yourself, going out dancing, going out to concerts, going out to listen to music, having fun, meeting people, being social, enjoying yourself. You have been doing this. Perhaps you've been meeting some influential people that can aid you in the future, because with it you have the ladder. Either that, or it could be saying if you are a musician or you've been working somehow with frequencies, music, developing a skill or a talent with music or frequencies, or listening to something important. Something about this is helping you to rise up and reach new levels. So you're either reaching new levels with working with music yourself, or something about music is helping your frequency to elevate. And also, if this is a person that you have encountered possibly through meeting through music, or they could be a music teacher, or they could be somebody that you met that you really feel is brilliant or inspires you with the things that they are sharing with you, this can aid you to move up to higher levels in your life with understanding things possibly, or your understanding of things is elevating, or you're able to actually be a teacher yourself with certain things, and so you have risen up to a different position than before. This is really interesting, you guys. Congratulations. If I could read that in a different way, how would I read that? I think I covered as much as I could with that. Okay, so let's look at this Eight of Air that is your best possible outcome. even though you're going through some kind of chaos, you seem really calm and willing to work things out, or wanting to work things out, or seeing clarity through chaos, something. You may even be taking a role of helping other people with something that they're going through. All right. Tell me more about the Eight of Air. What are they trying to work out here, or what do they need to do here? There it is again. There it is again. I'm going to put that one back in and pick something different. Okay, I need one more. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. You know, if this rings true, you know more than me on what the details of this situation are. But it does look like something needs to happen, or something needs to be solved or adjusted, or something needs to be done. And so your best possible outcome is to work possibly with other people on finding some kind of a solution. You may actually be in a position to be able to help other people raise their vibrations, or to show them how to come up with solutions in a calm way. Or this is something that you may be learning as your best possible outcome from a teacher or somebody that you admire, or that you value for their wisdom. This most definitely, especially compared to what is at your root, this definitely seems to involve groups of people in one way or another, either unifying to work to counteract something that perhaps may have to do with disaster. If disaster is threatening, then it looks as if you are working with other people on possibly finding some kind of a solution, or putting some kind of a plan into action that involves communication. And it looks as though, because this is in your past, that you're in a position to be able to lead this, or to share your knowledge with other people, or to bring some much needed understanding or inspiration to a situation. With this, you have this again, the jug, which again is telling you, go to the water. You need to go to the water, or you need to focus on water, or perhaps this has something to do with water. Or emotions, on people sharing their emotions with each other. This could be some kind of, this could even be group therapy or something, or some kind of a healing group where people talk about their emotions. This could be a lot of things. But something about this is very emotional for you, but in a caring way. Obviously, the jug has to do with service, because it is constantly carried back and forth to the well to fill it up so people can have water to drink. So this is about service. With the riddle that comes with this, it also warns you to not overdo things where you're serving so much and doing so much for others that you wear yourself out and you break, or you develop cracks. So do what you can, but also take care of yourself. And when you need to rest and not overdo it. You need to trust that other people can figure things out as well. But with it, you have the shrimp. Something about this has been drifting along. Something about this problem or this conflict has been drifting along without much being done about it. But now it's time for action, and it's time to put your foot down, or it's time to kick something out or eliminate something. It's time to do something. So let's look at your Ace of Earth. The phone is broken. phone is broken where every time I pick it up, I can't understand a single thing that anyone says. It sounds like a crackly radio voice talking to me, and I can't make out what people are saying. My boss said that they're going to have it fixed, but it hasn't been fixed yet. So, coming up for you in the future is the Ace of Earth. Let's look into this. This looks really good to me. This looks like the new plan or the new strategy or the solution or something completely new. If this does have to do with a relationship, then it looks like you want harmony or things to resolve themselves. You've been thinking about just where you're at with all of this, possibly listening to other people's advice. If you're going to make this relationship work, this is your highest outcome, is to somehow have a meeting or a counsel with your partner or this other person to figure out some kind of a solution if they're willing on working on it with you. If that's true, then it is possible that this relationship can continue in a new way, in a different way, and in a healthier way than before. That's just one small scenario in there. But this could have to do with so many different things. It definitely seems like you're working with groups a lot in October, or you're looking for feedback or ideas, or you're giving ideas out. They're so hard to work with because they're so tiny. What does this Ace of Earth have to say? There you again. All right. So with this Ace of Earth, or this new beginning, or a new plan, or a new strategy, or a new way of life, a new situation, you have the palm tree. And the riddle with this is kind of funny, I think. It's something like, hey, coconut boy, climb that palm tree and go bring me a coconut. Which, to me, seems a little bit bossy. I mean, what's in it for the boy to go climb up the palm tree? If the person really wants the coconut that bad, why would you order somebody else to go get it for you? You might as well get it for yourself. But anyway, that's just